How's everybody doing tonight? This bullshit. How's everybody doing? How's it going? My name is Matt, and as it's so painfully obvious to see, I'm Mexican. No, for real, like legit Mexican. I even have a Inye in the back of my last name. That's the N with the wavy thingy over it for you gringos out there. My last name is actually pronounced Trevino, not Trevino, like that golfer, Lee Trevino, whoever he is. Let's face it, the horchata at McDonald's is a little bit more Mexican than he is. But unfortunately, everything Mexican about me is overshadowed by the fact that I am a ginger. And growing up ginger's rough. We're the world's smallest minority. In fact, and our numbers just keep getting smaller. The world's largest sperm bank in Sweden, they actually started turning away red-headed donors based off the fact of supply and demand. Nobody wanted the ginger juice. It's really upsetting. On top of that, everybody knows, gingers have no souls. So that sucks. Automatic doors don't work for us. I really wanted to play basketball. Huge Kings fan. Go Kings. But sadly, the doctor said my melanin levels were too low. I couldn't play that. To make matters even more awkward, when I was growing up, I'm pretty sure for the first half of my adolescence, my mother was a lesbian. And nothing against lesbians. I love lesbians. We have a lot in common. But like the signs were all there. She never came out and said it, but she only wore Crocs and sleeveless flannels. She played softball, catcher at that. She drove a Subaru Outback, and when that didn't work, she'd just drive her Harley. She'd fight men. That was a little weird. She'd only have female roommates. And I asked her about it. I called her out. I was like, Mom, what was up with all this? You sure? It's okay. It was 2015. It's okay. It's like, she never really gave me a confirm or denied anything. She just said, oh, Matt, we had a lot of fun, didn't we? Yeah, Mom, being confused is a lot of fun. Guess that one didn't go over as well. Anyway, she ended her lesbian phase by marrying a Jew who's now my stepdad. And for those keeping tabs, I'm now a Mexican ginger step-Jew. And because of that, while I was in the Marines, I got the nickname Jinju Bean. So that was a great one. But the Marines were great, had a blast. Did Iraq in 2009, did Afghanistan in 2010, came back, I'm fine. But I got to travel the world, it was great. I circumnavigated the globe twice before I was 24, hit over 24 countries. I got to just interact with tons of different cultures, tons of different people. And if there's one thing that through all my travels I can share with you guys, it's the word cunt. Greatest word. The word cunt is a lot like soccer. The rest of the world is way better at it. But once when you give it a try, you realize how much fun it really is and what you're missing out on. It's like a double-edged sword. It's sharp on both ends. You got and you can just cut people out of your life with that word. But I grew up in North Highlands. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Sacramento area, North Highlands is probably like the third most ghetto area. But we're strong. That's a strong number 3. We're proud of that. Nobody wants to be the most ghetto. But, number 3, walking around North Highlands. Woo! We're number 3. Anybody born in North Highlands is automatically more hood than Drake. Instead of unlocked doors and free needle exchanges and universal health care, we had gang violence and tweakers and the hyphy movement. It was great time. My school was probably easy 50% black, so me growing up as a fat Jinju bean that was really into math and science, I was the butt of every joke, but I had fun. I wouldn't change it for the world. 2 people out of my school actually went on to fame. The first one, some of you may know, the multi-avian winning actress in such movies such as No Swallowers Allowed 13 and Finger Licking Good Volume 5, the lovely Sasha Grey. I had Spanish with her, and even though I'm Mexican, I still can't speak Spanish. And the second guy, for those of you who don't know, probably went on to bigger fame. The guy that burned down the Roseville Galleria. I had track with him. It was great. I guess he lost some of his speed because he got caught. But it was fun. Wouldn't change it for the world. Had a great time. I was fat in high school though. I think at my peak I was about 275, maybe 280. And I told a buddy about this recently. He's like, I'm confused. How do you let yourself get that fat? I said, it's pretty easy. Once you get about 235, 240, everything tastes good. You can't help yourself. But with a background like that, it's kind of easy to see why I don't really necessarily identify with my skin color. I don't really identify as a white man. If doing the census, they either mark Hispanic or I put other and ginger. Maybe we can do that. But it was fun. Had a great time. But nowadays, I work outdoors, and where I do work is like a hot spot for geese. And the geese come down every spring, they lay their eggs, they hatch, everything's having a good time. So right now there's dozens of baby geese walking around my work. I'm taking it upon myself to name them all Ryan, because they're all adorable and have great abs. For those of you that don't know, a baby geese is called a gosling. Ryan Gosling. But I do work outdoors and it's getting hot, so it really sucks because although I did lose some of the weight and I found it, I lost it again and I found more, I still sweat like I'm close to 300 pounds. And I don't know because until now, but I sweat. It's disgusting. I should probably only come out like during Christmas. I'm such an ugly sweater. I could work in a meat locker, and after 15 minutes, it would look like I was treading water. I sweat so much, and my girlfriend can contest to this, that sex with me while I'm on top is like waterboarding. Dick Cheney loves my pornos. I don't really have any pornos out yet, but be on the lookout. I got one coming out. It's called Where the Red Fern Grows, starring Girth Brooks. Either that or I'm going to call it Finger Licking Good Volume 6. But anyway, thank you everybody. My name is Patrick.